What's up everyone, welcome to this video. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the market outlook for this week. And one of the main events this week is of course going to be the Nvidia earnings that are going to be coming on Wednesday, major event for the market, and Nvidia that's been leading sort of like the whole market, Nvidia supporting the whole market really, and these earnings are going to be very important. And you know, if they're bad, they're really definitely going to change the dynamic of the market. Let's have a look at all this here. On Market Watch, the Dow up just a little bit. Everything is pretty much muted, you know, really all this week. At least until we get those earnings, no one is going to want to take any risk. So the Dow barely up, the S&P barely down, Nasdaq down a little bit, of course, because tech is going to react very badly to bad Nvidia earnings if it happens to be so. But you know, the opposite would also be true. If Nvidia gets blowout earnings, then tech is going to skyrocket and everything is going to follow suit. The VIX up a little bit, you know, sort of showing that people are not as enthusiastic maybe as they were a few days ago. Gold continues to climb up steadily at 25.50. Oil up a little bit, maybe in relation to what has been happening in the Middle East. And here, the title on Market Watch: low-income consumer still struggling, which of course we knew, but cracks are starting to show among higher income ones, which is sort of like, you know, the thing that is probably going to wake up people, you know, because low income consumers have been struggling for the majority of the year. And really, you know, in the financial, you know, markets, no one really cared. Because the high-end consumer were still spending sort of, you know, out of COVID, they've just been spending like crazy. They've had a lot of money, and now with interest rates that have gone up, which of course have, you know, hurt people who are borrowing, so the lower end consumer, but the higher income consumer, which you know, has assets and even cash, you know, liquidity, getting high interest rate, getting 5% on your cash. If you have a lot of cash, then it gives you that extra cushion, even if you have, you know, high prices, you know, after all these years of inflation, you know, getting 5% on your cash, it still gives you that cushion. But of course, low-income consumers didn't have that, and they've been struggling for the majority of the year. Let's have a quick look here at the economic calendar. Durable goods here today, which probably already came out now. On Tuesday, the Case-Shiller Index is going to tell us a little more about where the housing sector is at. Wednesday, Raphael Bostic speaking. Thursday, jobless claims, GDP revisions, pending home sales. Bostic speaks again. Friday, we have PCE and consumer sentiment, and also the PMI from Chicago. So, you know, we're going to have to wait a little bit, but of course, Wednesday is going to be the main event. Nvidia earnings. Let's have a quick look here at the earnings. And as we can see here, on Wednesday, Nvidia is going to be the big one, but other companies are going to be reporting. But really, there's nothing is going to be as significant as Nvidia. So, until Wednesday, we're probably not going to see a lot of moves on the market. But on Wednesday, after the close, Nvidia, CrowdStrike, Salesforce, and it's going to be interesting to also see CrowdStrike after the major outage that they had that crippled all the Windows system and that completely destroyed the stock. What is going to be the reaction, and sort of, it's going to be interesting to see sort of what they're going to say on the earnings call, the guidance and all that. How are they going to explain what happened, and are they going to manage to convince people that this was just one problem, a one-off, and that it's not going to happen again? We'll have to wait and see this coming Wednesday after the close. Foot Locker before the open, and then on Thursday we have Best Buy. Dollar General is also going to be interesting. Last week we had Ross Stores, which were doing good. We're going to see if Dollar General does well or not. Having a lot of if the higher end consumer is hurting, and then they're going to buy stuff at Dollar General, Roster, all these discounters. Well, are we going to see, sort of like the higher end retailers beginning to hurt and losing customers for the lower end retailers, the discounters like Dollar General? If they do good and the other ones do bad, then it's going to be another further indication of the deterioration in the economy, and really showing sort of the dynamic which we are moving in terms of the global economy. And what else? Dell after the close on Thursday. Gap, same thing for Gap. Is Gap going to be hurting? And are people going to move away from sort of, even though Gap is not really like higher end, it would probably be one of those retailers that are going to be hurting because they're sort of selling overpriced junk. Anyway, we will have to see the earnings, but of course Nvidia is going to be the big one. And here's the heat map for the SP 500. Here Nvidia minus 2%. So people sort of afraid of these earnings. Are people going to be courageous buying calls now that it is down? Or not, we'll see. Tesla also down 3%, Meta 1.3%, and they're all following the same route. Amazon also down just a little bit, Microsoft also down just a little bit. AMD here minus 2.8%. So, and what is this? Minus 3%. I can't read, it's too small. But anyway, we can see on the tech here, all these magnificent seven sort of hanging on Nvidia for dear life. If Nvidia reports bad earnings, I think it's going to be a very difficult situation for the whole stock market here. Let's have a look at the Nvidia chart. So here we had an all-time high, and then this was the drop. The Japanese stock market, yen carry trade drop. We rebounded almost all the way, but we're still below the all-time high. And you can see now over the past few sessions, we've really sort of been hitting this wall here at 130, and we're not moving higher from that. And if these earnings that are going to come here on Wednesday, if they are not good, then it really looks like this is a top that has been set. We will see, of course, if it's not the case, if we get surprising earnings to the upside, we could very well be going on to new all-time highs. But yes, the outlook for this week, everybody is hanging on, waiting on Wednesday to see these Nvidia earnings. Anyway, thank you all for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Don't miss out on our future videos, and I will see you on the next one.
Hit me with that like and sub to the channel. Hit me with that like and click the effing bell. Click that bit, alright. The algo recommends. For sure you gon' like. The algo knows you well. Hit me with that like. Subscribe to the channel. Hit me with that like and click the effing bell.